I really love playing Witcher games. Just make a good story, please. Damn, I love snow too. Fuck! Don't show me snow! The state of Unreal is showing a Witcher 3 demo. Let me turn off.
Guys, notice how responsive the world is.
I can't see because the quality sucks, bro.
Character actions directly affect what happens.
Oh my god, it's blurry when they...
setting off chain reaction.
That's what I hate. Sorry to say that, but this is the one thing I hate about Unreal Engine, and I don't think they'll be able to fix that. The blurriness when moving your character. And notice how he's moving very slowly. Because if he moves fast, this problem becomes more apparent. It is called TAA.
Everything is working together.
You see how you, in like a very slow motion picture, it's crazy how the quality looks. It's amazing. But you can see on the left here already how it becomes blurry. As on the left, it moves faster than this moves. Like, see that, man? Holy. But otherwise it looks really good.
Oh, look at this poor gentleman being taught how to fly by an angry innkeeper. That's what happens when you cheat at Gwent.
Move faster, come on, run. You don't want to, right? TAA is going on here.
Okay, so this is the guy who gave the series Quest his own. Like you probably suspect, he has his own agenda in all of this.
Get your ass up.
Oh my god, the blurring. Okay, I guess that could be normal though. Oof.
A typical day's toil.
Who in?
Oh, she looks... Wait, they changed the character model, didn't they? Like from all the backlash, I think the character model looks great. What do you guys think? I think that looks good.
What news of my wagons? No eternity is taking that damn salt to arrive.
I found them. And, well, suffice to say...
Yeah, she looks like in The Witcher 3. I think.
As for the salt... Not once.
No. The way TAA works is that it generates a very clear picture. It looks like it's 4K when you're sitting still, when you're standing still. The moment you move, because it uses the past frames as a buffer to generate the next frame too. And so the moment you move, the past frames become like a blur. And it's very much noticeable on your left and on your right when you're moving fast, because the past frames, they just, you can call it like it's stretching. And so that's why motion is really bad in these types of games, but usually motion is what you want. You want to have high action combat sequences where you dodge to the left and to the right, you pan the camera a lot, and you hit from left, the enemy from the left, then you dodge to the right, you hit them from behind, stuff like that. I think they use motion blur here. They might be using motion blur too, but you can clearly see that it is TAA enabled the way the quality is. That's also, well, sorry, I have subtitles on. That is also why they are streaming in 4K. There's a reason for that.
I presume this comes as no surprise to you. Now. Cakez smuggling trade is of no concern to me.
Shush.
The manticore that flattened your cart and devoured your men? Quite the opposite.
Manticore? No, them winged hellspawn dwell in the arse end of Creighton.
While Siri decides what
Small
to do about
leg.
that merchant, let's take a look at the character technology that powers this marketplace.
Yeah, you can see the blur
I'll
right now,
listen in
right?
on these fishmongers. They're selling their wares, chatting up customers.
But I have to say, right, this is Unreal Engine, and look how far, at least visually, they have gotten already the game going. And the reason why they do this is obvious, right? Increase volume. Sorry, I apologize. I'll make it louder. You can see how far they have gotten already from the announcement. The announcement felt like yesterday, and they've already got something really good to show. It's very detailed, yeah, and that looks amazing. The only downside is the blurriness when you move. And so Unreal Engine will not handle a big city. We'll see. It might not. And they might use billboards or whatever techniques. Nanite might be used as well. But we'll see how far they can push this, right?
None fresher.
Reckon me ladies after one of those.
Get this cleaned and gutted for you. You mind, dearest? Into scene, something more. Got mackerel, cod, all Braxton's finest.
And there is tons of tech to play here. Even in this simple market
Man,
stall.
it's so obvious. Like the moment you look at this, it's so obvious how they pan the camera so slowly. It's crazy. Hey, did we just get to this immediately? Good stuff.
MetaHuman tools, improved Unreal smart objects, chaos cloth, and more.
Yeah, and all of this exists to make sure that the gap in quality between Siri and NPCs is as small as possible.
The capping quality?
Yeah, and closing that gap, it's not just about fidelity, right, but also authenticity.
Oh, graphics.
They should react to changes in the world around them.
But the prisoner in Pillory isn't exciting enough for Valdres. Let's grab everyone's attention with a circus.
Stop being a bozo, just buy the new
But
1590.
great performance deserves a huge crowd though. Let's crank it up.
More units. But I hate the blurriness, but otherwise it's awesome. Looks nice. I like how they fade these in.
You are seeing tons of optimizations here to many of Unreal systems, including an entirely new Unreal animation framework, allowing us to fit easily in our 60 FPS budget, not just in rendering, but also with room to spare on the game thread.
I mean, we have seen this in, what was the big city? Novigrad, I think? I don't remember which was the big city. The one where they burn the witches? The bitches. The witches! The one where they burn the witches on the stakes in that city, that had like a large square. Right? And that was nothing new. Having that many people in there was normal. And so, and you could run into each of them and knock them away with your body, like, poof. Ugh. Warmth? I don't remember which city that was.
Over 300...
The city where you do the theater and you try to get the change, I think it's called changeling, or the guy that can shapeshift into other people, where you get him to show himself. And so you perform a theatric show, I guess, is that called in English, and the Witcher takes part in it. The game came out a gazillion years ago, man!
Animated skeletal mesh
Stop
agents
spoiling.
all going about their business. And the whole point is to leave breathing room for developers like you to introduce the gameplay and the systems that your players expect, empowering you to make your worlds come to life without Unreal standing in your way.
Okay.
You are right. And that's the open world RPG that we're making. But before we wrap up, how about one final check-in with Siri? We are making this game to be the most immersive and ambitious open world Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic.
I mean, right now it doesn't look so bad when the camera is panning fast, right? I think it looks okay. When you're moving straight, you can see everything here. Obviously, there's motion blur going on 100%. What I want to see is when you're deep in the forest and you're looking left to right. Good trees. Yeah, it looks really good. That's because it's far away. Yeah, it doesn't move much, which is why it's not blurry. And obviously, it's also doing motion blur on the sides. No, I really want to see camera panning, because that's what you do a lot.
Most immersive and ambitious open
in these
world
games.
Witcher game ever. And we are making this a reality thanks to our work on Unreal with the team at Epic. I think what we are doing together is going to bring in a new generation of open world RPGs, and I'm so proud of what we accomplished so far.
I gotta be honest, man. Man, I gotta be honest. I would play this game. It's like Black Myth Wukong. Black Myth Wukong has the same issues, and it's annoying because you can't really see much. But man, that looks amazing, I have to say. But we'll have to see. This is always the same problem, and I'm kind of biased here because I played all the Witcher games and I love all of them. I'm biased, so that I'm more likely to buy this, even if it does not look the same on release. Because, guys, how many times did it happen? Game shows an amazing trailer or show the day before, and when the game actually releases, you take the graphic fidelity and you do at minimum minus 50% on that, because we didn't get it done, we didn't have enough time, and then we face this technical difficulty, and well, it's more about the gameplay anyways, and you are happy to announce that Siri can do that now, she can do a backflip, but hey man, it's still a good game. Why don't you buy it for $100? So I know that this is happening. It's still right now, the same thing happens all the time. Everyone's drooling on the graphs. Good graphics, bro. I'm kind of doing the same, even though I'm aware of that.
So we're almost done, but before we go, here's a small gift for all Witcher fans.
Premium edition 250.
A first look at...
And I really love playing Witcher games. Just make a good story, please. Damn, I love snow too. Fuck! Don't show me slow! At least don't make Siri cringe, okay? Don't make her cringe dialogue, please. Please, no pronouns and no cringe dialogue, okay? Just don't go into some table and say, I'm non-binary, by the way. And then everyone is, oh, please, just do not do that. She, her, yeah. Please, I love the character, and she can be a really cool main character. I'll miss Geralt though. Damn it.
We've worked.
Then gender swap potion, new Witcher potion. Yeah, good job. Okay, good job. Really good. Yeah. Is there more to this?
Thanks, guys. Seriously, it looks
it's interesting,
amazing. No? And we've also barely scratched the surface of what's coming in Unreal 5.6. So here's Julien to tell you even more. Thank you very much.
Is that the smart guy coming on stage now? The technical smart guy, the one that we are interested in, the nerds, that tells us how he can draw a gazillion triangles in less than 1 millisecond? Is that the smart? Does he have... All right, let's see.
Hey everyone, great to be here in Orlando. I spent a lot of time on this demo, so I'm happy to be the one to talk about what went into the 5.6 release.
Okay.
An open world like that was just the perfect content to focus on our main goal for the release, which was performance.
It looks too good, man.
We want the engine to scale to large and rich worlds.
Damn.
We want to preserve graphics quality.
I'm saying it now. Quote me if it happens. This is not going to be the final quality of the game. This is upscaled for the trailer. The camera moves slowly. This will not be how the game looks when it's out. No way. Don't be fooled, guys. It looks amazing. Resist the urge, okay? Hey, I'm not hating.
And of course,
it's proven by history that this is how it works.
We want to deliver high frame rates that you and your players expect. So let's check it out. Starting with render.
Cakez, I work there. It will be, huh? Okay.
If you all remember, when we released Nanite with UE5, it supported static geometry. Last year, we brought skinning to Nanite. And now, we're working on Nanite foliage. The only way to have a forest that looks as good as this one is to use 3D geometry for all parts of the trees. Just like we do for everything else. However, this is a crazy amount of fine.
There is no way it will look like that even in 2027. You can't tell me that, guys. Stop. No.
Geometry. So we had to rethink how
I don't believe it.
Created and displayed. To create them, we developed Nanite assemblies. These 28 little parts that you see are all that we use to build all the spruces from the forest.
Okay.
They are instanced thousands of times and used like building blocks to assemble trees in different ways. And as you probably noticed with the wind effect, they even support skeletal animation, which runs on the GPU. Thanks to assembly,
And now you draw these trees, and you're sitting at 14 ms. And now we have 2 ms for gameplay. I just don't believe it, okay? No. I believe it when I play the game. Okay? Worth it?
Greatly reduce the storage, the runtime memory, and the rendering cost. Then, to display an entire forest, the challenge was to preserve fidelity and performance from any distance.
Yeah.
Let's check up close the level of detail we're talking about here.
There's no way! There is just no way! Nope. I don't buy it. No. You're gonna have to convince me when I play the game. No, I don't believe it.
Lots of details.
I will not be fooled.
But this triangle representation is not the most efficient when far away, due to the amount of overlapping.
Yeah, that's true.
And that's why we made an adaptive voxel representation. But in reality,
who in chat typed voxel game? You're right, man. Interesting. So
you'll never see those voxels this close, since when we move the camera back, they're barely a pixel. Nanite foliage is almost done. We are moving it to the main line as we speak. And it
guys, for those of you who've done voxels, why does a voxel solve the issue of of triangles getting too small? The issue is the following. Like, I can try to explain it in layman's terms, but essentially you have a triangle, okay, and the entire GPU is split like this. The entire GPU is split like into these fragments. All right. God damn it. And when a triangle is reasonably... God damn it. When a triangle is reasonably large, it fits into many of these fragments, which is fine. The GPU is optimized for that. It will draw color in these fragments. Now, the problem becomes when a triangle is fit, and multiple triangles even, fit into one or even less. Like, this is 2 triangles and they are only in one. And when does this happen? When you zoom out. And that's distance. And so not only do you get z-fighting, which is another problem, you also get the problem that these triangles will now fit into one of these fragments. You can think of a fragment as the resolution of your screen, 1920. You have 1920 in this direction of these fragments. And in the Y direction, 1080p, 1080 fragments. You can think about it like this. There's a little bit more render target depth and height, width and height. But let's say it just maps to your screen. The moment you zoom out so far that they fit into one of these fragments, and multiple even, that becomes an issue. GPU processes pixels in 2x2 and 4x4 blocks. Yeah, so basically it processes pixels in these blocks. That's the issue. And so the moment they get too small, that's a terrible color, sorry. Let's do blue. The GPU processes these types of blocks, maybe even more. And so this is bad, because it basically processes 4 blocks for this. There's a little bit more detail. Well, all you need to know is that's the problem, and their solution is voxels. How does that fix the issue? Because voxel is just a box, isn't it? It's just a box like that, in a way. How does that fix the issue? The voxel might not be 3D, could be a shader thing. Voxels are plotted as pixels. So what you're saying is a voxel is just a pixel or something? Could be a shader thing. So I do not understand how the voxel would fix this, but you can think of a voxel as just filling this in. And then, yeah, all of these triangles get turned, let's say 10 triangles get turned into one voxel. I guess that's the idea. And so now you would have 10, maybe the voxel even goes into the size for the GPU. So let's say the GPU processes 2x2. And then the moment it turns into a voxel, all of these triangles get turned into one voxel that is 2 by 2. That has one flat color. And so instead of having, let's say, I don't know how many that would be, let's say 10 in there, it reduces that to one voxel. Maybe. Like that could be something on there. I don't know. Like, I'm not that deep into this, but maybe this. 10 points get turned into 40 pixels. I don't know. We'll see, right?
Be available for everyone in 5.7. Another thing I would like to share is that ray tracing and Lumen now run more than twice as fast.
Hello, Nix.
With no visual trade-off.
Sorry, what was he saying?
In 5.7. Another thing I would like to share is that ray tracing and Lumen now run more than twice as fast.
Okay.
With no visual trade-off compared to when UE5 was released.
Very nice.
And because of that, we can now hit 60 FPS on consoles.
Yeah, guys, maybe we should actually make the Gothic game in Unreal Engine. Any Unreal Engine enjoyers for Gothic? Type 1 in chat if we should make like the Gothic game in Unreal Engine. Super cool. Super cool spend. Yeah, Super Cool's number 2. Super cool. I want to ask you a question. So Super Cool's making a 3D tower defense game right now, and it looks amazing. It looks really, really, really good. So I'm telling you, I can't show you because he wants to wait, you know, to build something really amazing. He has spent the last 3 to 4 years, maybe longer, maybe actually much longer, making 3D stuff. How long do you think it would take you to get to this fidelity? Like, how long would that take you? Because, like, I need to think in terms of times as well, right? Because I'm not as smart as he is. Nowhere near. Yeah, so his answer is a skull emoji. So, that's what I'm saying here. Okay, not possible. So, make Tangy TD. No. We'll make the 2D game in our own engine, but use Unreal Engine, it's faster. I need to think in terms of, like, guys, I'm not smart, right? So... The tech, at least. Yeah, I know. The tech is crazy what they do. Not alone, probably. Yeah. I would need to have someone that knows this stuff to help me out. And I can tell you already, that's going to be expensive. That guy's going to ask for gazillions per hour.
And finally, we rewrote the rendering pipeline to run asynchronously so you can increase the richness of your scenes even more. Now let's talk about chaos physics. For chaos cloth, we improve our cloth-to-cloth constraint solution. This removes a lot of collision evaluation when garments are piling up and interacting with each other. Even for complex setup like...
the swords still clip through the cloth, though. I thought they would actually collide with each other. I guess they don't. I mean, okay. Yeah.
Series Cape, we hit a sub-millisecond budget on PS5. With Chaos Flesh, we introduce procedural muscle activations to make deformation...
Okay. Yeah, do you need that is the question, right, for a game? Because there are games, right? I don't want to, discourage anyone. Look at this Kenshi. This is a game that is not made in Unreal Engine, 3D game, made by one person for a long time. This is how it looks. It doesn't look very clear. It doesn't have the TAA issue that when you move around, it gets blurry. And this game is insanely successful. It is rivaling AAA type reviews, 80,000 reviews. It is crazy. It's probably, let me see, a Dragon Age, the Veilguard, view page, valid date. What you talking about, man? Like, I'm old. View page or something. Veilguard, yeah. Yikes. Yeah, so anyways, you don't need this graphic fidelity to make a good game. There are many examples of crazy good games that prove this. But it's worth considering. Like, we're gonna watch a bit further, but so far, like, we have seen everything of The Witcher, right?
More natural. Your artist will still have control over tetrahedral simulation, and train
Yeah, okay.
ML models that run fast in real time. We now support the baking of fluid surface data into lightweight assets to be played back at low cost.
Oh, God.
This is going to give you high-fidelity water without the performance cost of real-time fluid simulation.
Holy.
For animation,
So basically what he just said was there's going to be a button in Unreal Engine that says bake fluid, and then, or is it baking it, pre-computing it, and then when you move some, it computes it once.
we work on both
Kayak
performance
simulator,
and fidelity.
baking
Here,
water.
you can see how Siri and Kelpie match up in their interaction. Well, that works no matter the angle of approach. That's our Modes character motion matching solution.
What?
We also added motion matching in Sequencer to build stitch tracks.
What?
With them, you can seamlessly transition from gameplay to cinematic. Also,
What?
we now have a secondary layer of animation driven by physics in Control Rig. We used it in Kelpie's rig to drive the mane, the tail, and the saddlebacks. And now, I'm happy to announce that all these features are already integrated into our new Unreal Animation framework.
Less snapping animation?
Which we are releasing
It's
as
motion matching?
experimental in 5.6.
Oh, so basically you transition from one animation state to another animation state fluently rather than like, right? And so what would happen is they would start an animation, but there's like no transition between the two. And so they would have to cut the camera in a way where it shoots from a different angle to not show the cut, I guess. It's just a fancy interpolation. It's no more cutscenes, just scenes. Yeah, I get it now. Okay, so it's a smooth transition. Yeah. Isn't that what the Punch-a-Bunch developer wanted a long time ago? Using easing functions as well? Something like that, he wanted that.
We built it with performance first in mind. Animation evaluation are now running in parallel off the game thread, which was our bottleneck. And for the other character systems that are just as costly, like movement, avoidance, state tree behaviors, we also move them to worker threads.
Blending, yeah.
This is really going to help you create scenes that are crowded and lively.
Bruh. That's crazy.
Streaming has always been a big deal regarding performance.
On Twitch?
And the three biggest improvements we made are physics
Stop.
state creation, which now runs async, improve runtime PCG for ground scatter on GPU, and a new FastGeo plugin to stream static geometry. And just to take a different example,
What about TAA?
in City Sample, the streaming time was cut down by 90% while moving at high speed.
Okay, that's crazy.
We
Damn.
focus on a lot of areas for performance in 5.6, and mobile is no exception. We work on better defaults and scalability settings for mobile and minimize the default package size. We also improve our workflows with a UI refactor of the viewport toolbar and content browser, an on-device iteration workflow, and a mobile preview solution. So there you go.
No, the
Unreal
graphics
Engine
don't look that
5.6
great on mobile, but I can see, yeah.
It's all about performance, and it's available today.
Let's just use some dog shit anti-aliasing solution available. Vulkan on mobile. Yeah, nice. So it's launching today, guys. Make games in Unreal Engine, okay? Witcher
Please
3.
go enjoy the tech talks and session we have for you guys, and come chat with us. And now, please welcome Chris from the MetaHuman team. Thank you, everyone.
Yeah, I'm not really interested in that too
with
much.
the 5.6 release, all of that power is available directly in the editor. That's right, MetaHuman Creator is now fully integrated into Unreal Engine.
Damn, look at those faces. Holy. What is this?
Local assembly reduces the average MetaHuman export time from 15 to 20 minutes down to 2 or 3.
Wait, MetaHuman cloud export versus local assembly. What does that mean? Is that baking it in a way? What was that? AI?
Into your pipeline.
MetaHuman Creator is one of Unreal's first cloud-enhanced tools. It means you work locally, but for heavy lifting, tasks like generating high-quality textures or building our complex face and body rigs, we leverage
Why would you want 8K face textures?
MetaHuman cloud services,
Bruh.
which deliver high-fidelity results without ever leaving the editor.
Uh-huh.
And in 5.6, local assembly reduces the average MetaHuman export time from 15 to 20 minutes down to 2 or 3. The team tackled all this while dramatically expanding the core representation model and significantly improving visual fidelity. Basically, you can make even more diverse characters. They all look better. It's freaking fast, and it is in Unreal Editor on your local machine.
And while those are all major improvements, we're just starting to scratch the surface here. MetaHumans have always had amazing facial customization, and now Epic is bringing that same level of control and realism to the entire body.
Oh, the guy's fat, that's
In
me.
UE 5.6,
Shit.
MetaHumans get a major upgrade
Damn
with the
it.
new parametric body system, letting you blend between different presets or fine-tune proportions using real-world measurements like height,
Where are the guy's
inseam, shoulder
nipples?
width, and
Where are his nipples? What's going on here? No, is this, what?
even muscle mass. And here's the best part. As the body changes, so does the clothing. The new Unreal Outfit asset
Imagine if you could just use this to get less fat. You go into an editor and you just edit the fat away.
that automatically adapts
Damn.
garments to the character's body, all in real time, no matter the proportions. As someone who's built these kind of assets before, I can
I could fit into all my clothes, man.
tell you this used to mean manually creating and managing every body variation.
It's called
The new
surgery.
system does give you the flexibility to create different sizes, and if you do, it will pick the closest match and fit that to the character for you. It makes building a wide array of production-ready characters faster
Just don't need,
and a
yeah.
whole lot more scalable.
Yeah.
Oh, neck seam. I spotted a neck seam. Skyrim. Anyone remember neck seams from Skyrim? Ooh, 4-2. I guess it's just for the
I'm super
showcase.
excited to see what people do with the new outfit system. And that actually brings us to our next announcement. Starting today, MetaHumans and their accessories are available on Fab, Epic's one-stop shop for digital assets. This is the new MetaHuman channel on Fab, and there's already some great artists and studios.
$10, $40. Wait, there's people that pay $3 for pants? Women's pants? Wait, there is pants for $40 on the App Store? It's not even what I would pay in real life for real pants. More than real pants. What's going on there? Holy! You need to start making models? Yeah. That's insane, bruh. I don't even want to know what a woman dress costs like, man. Oh, yeah, we can't see this here. I'm telling you,
Sharing
80
and
bucks.
selling content there.
Wait, $25 for a bra? I guess it's 106 bras, but still, jacket? $50? You can't be serious.
I'm going to shift gears for a minute. Matt, do you remember when we unveiled MetaHuman Animator a couple years ago?
Uh-huh.
Of course, I consider myself MetaHuman's #1 fan, and I'm also guilty for being eternally online. So of course, I saw that demo, and of course, absolutely loved it.
Yeah, this is just for AAA, guys. There's no... well, unless you can get these for free somewhere as an indie developer, you're not gonna get this. Because, like, well, I guess you could use it on yourself, right? But how many of you can... I guess you could make that with yourself?
Some of my
maybe?
industry friends, they thought it was sorcery. We went from capture to final results in a couple minutes, and it made high-quality facial animation accessible to everyone. Well, today, we are taking it to the next level with a focus on real-time animation.
Damn.
We scoured the galaxy to find the best talent to demo these tools, and I think Matt has found just the right character for the job.
Now, I could be wrong, but I think I cooked here. This guy is a true professional, tons of experience, and he's even going to be joining us via live telecast from space, outer space. Let's go ahead and connect.
What? Oh, so it's a game.
Hey, Blue!
Dude, Matt! This is amazing!
it always gonna be so cringe, man? What's wrong with these people, man? Oh, I need a small break. Oh my god. That's the Concord universe. Concord 3. Oh god. Oh, I need a small break, man. I cannot do too much cringe, otherwise I have to lay down. Oh god. Okay, you guys ready? 1, 2, 3.
I'm making nachos in my nuclear-powered air fryer.
Oh, I can't. Okay.
Anyway, I was about to munch on this before the keynote. What's up?
What's up is that this is the keynote. We're live streaming to Unreal Fest right now. Dude, you're live.
Oh yeah, look at that.